Good evening, my name's Rob P, and this is a quick video to show why I play Elite Dangerous in VR. As you can see, I'm in a Vulture spacecraft here in a rather odd position. I've kind of sat myself just behind the main pilot chair. Now, obviously, this is something you can't do when you're not in VR. Now, just put ourselves into the pilot chair. This is more of a standard view. So I guess the big question is why play VR, say, compared to a screen? Well, the first reason is, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in that ship, really in it. Everything about it looks and feel, well, doesn't feel, but it looks physically real and solid, almost like furniture in your room. The other thing with VR, which you can't really get across on a video, is the scale. Everything is presented to you one to one. Now, whenever you see anything on a 2D monitor or TV, it tends to get scaled to fit your monitor or TV. So, if you're looking at a cockpit on a big TV, it looks huge. Look on it on a small TV, it looks small. But in VR, it doesn't do that. You see everything completely one to one, and because of that, you get the full impact of the real size of these things. So right now, I'm going to take a walk around my ship. Now, because Elite Dangerous isn't really designed for this, I'm actually floating about 30 centimeters off the ground because of the height of the pilot seat, and it feels kind of weird walking like this. As you can see, I can completely walk around my cockpit, and again, it's hard to get across in this video, but I really feel like I'm there, actually in this cockpit, having a good look around and a good walk around. Rather bizarrely, although everything in this cockpit, its graphics, it's computer generated and not real, your mind still wants to accept how solid it is, which is why I'm kind of going around this banister on the left there. I don't want to go through it, even though I could. It's because your mind thinks it's solid, and you don't really want to do that. There's my port shield booster. And again, this is something you just can't do in VR. Now, obviously not very practical when you're flying, but it's something you can do. I can't believe the level of detail Frontier put into their cockpits. I mean, they could have quite easily made them just enough for your view in the pilot seat, but they've actually gone to town on it. Alright, let's get ourselves back in the cockpit seat, and what I'll do now, we'll use the lift to go up into the main part of the space station. Here we go. And the first time you do this in VR, the speed of your ship moving really throws you out because your body's not used to the motion, but you do get used to it. The first time you see this in VR, I guarantee it'll blow you away. The sheer scale of it is ginormous. And this ship that's overflying us, an ASP, it looks huge and solid. It has real mass to it. It's a very hard thing to describe. It's almost like you've got a big block of flats flying directly over you. It's just, it has that solidity that you just don't get on a screen. Anyway, let's go for a little walk again and have a look out of our cockpit windows, our surroundings. As I mentioned, in VR, I'm looking at this cockpit and the station around me in one-to-one scale. The cockpit of this particular fighter, it's a heavy fighter, is huge, and the scale of the space station outside is just ginormous. It's mind-boggling. I could, after I dock, I usually spend a little bit of time just looking around in awe, and it just blows you away the first time. So that's the prime advantage. There you can see my headless pilot. You kind of merge with his body once you sit down, and there is a button to align your real body with the virtual one. Anyway, before I show you any space flights, we'll just pop back down, and what I'll do, I'll talk about navigation in VR. So a lot of people say you can't navigate very easily. I will use the Galaxy map in VR, but that's really not the case. It's just a case of getting used to your controls. Now, you will need a good HOTAS setup. That is a joystick and throttle with a lot of buttons. And this entire 3D map I'm controlling with my joystick, and it's weird because it feels like I'm floating in space with stars all around me. And I guess if you suffer from vertigo at all, just don't look down because it looks infinite below. There's infinite space below you. So here I'm just going to go to Sol, which is obviously our sun and our solar system, and I'm doing all this from within VR. It's very easy to do. You just, as I say, need to get used to your controls. And this is one of the complaints I've been hearing on the forums, that you can't use the Galaxy map in VR, but that's absolute nonsense. Now here I'm zooming out to show the Galaxy. Now, Elite Dangerous models the entire galaxy using real scientific data. Absolutely amazing in scale. So here I've loaded up a training mission. Same spacecraft, although equipped slightly differently. And we're going to take out 3 very easy Eagle fighters. Now, these fighters I'm up against, they're some of the smallest spacecraft in the game. And despite their size, in VR they look huge. Absolutely huge. Here we go. The beam laser made short work there. But those fighter craft, they look like the size of 737s and just as heavy. You just don't get that in on the screen. Also notice that I can look around and keep my eyes fixed on the target. Again, that's something that's difficult to do unless you've got track IR on a 2D screen. But until you take part in a dogfight in VR, you have no idea. It's hard to describe. Because you can see the depth, feel the depth, and see the true scale of things. Whether it be the planets or the ships you're shooting at, it makes a huge difference. You see, I'm looking up, and it's so natural just to look up and move your craft into view. Whereas from a normal monitor, it's quite difficult to do. Again, this ship completely outclasses these training vessels, especially with its gimbaled laser. So that was pretty easy. What I'll do now, I'll load up another training mission, and this time we'll go for something bigger. The first thing that strikes you with this training mission is this asteroid field. It's huge, and you feel like you're a long way above it. And again, if you suffer from vertigo, you might have issues with that because it looks so far away and so far below you. And again, if you suffer from potentially motion sickness, you might need to adapt, because throwing your spacecraft around the sky, you really get those sensations that you'd get in a roller coaster or perhaps a real aircraft, and it's something you adapt to. Now, what I'm shooting at here, it's a huge freighter, and I mean huge. And the size of this freighter in VR is absolutely intimidating. It just looks massive. And again, a 2D screen does no justice whatsoever. I mean, that thing looks about 500 to 750 meters across, and it looks like it has actual mass. And that's one thing you don't get on a 2D screen. You don't get that feeling of mass and weight and scale. Whereas here you do, and it's an amazing feeling. It's the end of that particular trainer. As you can see, again, I'm looking around naturally. It makes dogfighting so much easier.
Target destroyed.